Hey guys, welcome or welcome back. My name is Jessie and this is Crochet in Christ by Jess. Thank you so much for being here and clicking on my video. It really means a lot that you're spending your time with me and I appreciate it. So in today's video, it isn't anything as special as my Rivet Roundup. Today's just a weekly makes video. I don't have a whole lot to show you, but I did want to show you what I've made so far this week. It's been a very, very busy week with the time change. It's taken a lot out of me and the kiddos. I feel like they are recovering. They're taking a lot longer to recover than I am, let's say. It's been that first few days was rough. Like I didn't realize how much the spring forward affects. Like I'm loving it, don't get me wrong. I love the longer days. That makes me very, very, very happy. And usually that means that the warm weather's coming. So yeah, look, I had to do it like that on my mic because my mic clip is in my, but anyways. And so, but yeah, no, I'm loving, it's getting warmer. The weather's getting warmer and I'm really excited for the spring and summer to get here already because I am not a winter girly by no means. But anyways, I only have 7 things to show you. Don't really have a whole lot. Or 7 different patterns to show you. These are all Etsy patterns, so I'm sorry for not showing you any Instagram or any free patterns at least. That's just because this is just what I ended up working on. So these are all patterns. Let's see. I would say all of them but one are ones that I've had that I've been wanting to do, but I haven't done them. I just realized something. Sorry. Train of thought. I had them and I haven't done them, and after really doing the Rivet Roundup last week, I wanted to just concentrate on some things that I wanted to do. I mean, that was something that I wanted to do, but it was focused, and this is just like maybe a hodgepodge of animals that I wanted to do. So the first thing I'm going to show you, oh no, we're going to save that one for the last one. I don't know why I wrote it down first. So the first I'm going to show you is this is Acacia or Acacia. I don't know how to say the name. It's ACI or ACACIA, the giraffe. I went on kind of like a giraffe. I don't want to say a giraffe binge, but I had a few giraffe patterns that I was working through. I don't know why I wanted a giraffe, but I bought a couple. And this one I never did. And this one is by Prince Plushies on the Etsy shop. Honestly, I don't know if they have an Instagram pattern or Instagram account or not. I never really looked. But this is how cute, and it just stands up all by itself. It's so cute, and I love the body. There, you can see the color change there. I had some old Bernat that I used. You can't really see it there. Maybe you won't see it so much if it's sitting on the table. But anyway, so I used a 6.5. Look how cute that face is. I used a 6mm hook. Those are 20mm eyes, and I used Bernat in the yellow, and I think it's Bernat in the hook in the hoof color too, and then the Chanel Brights and the basic Chanel Brights in the brown. I just love the shape of this pattern so much. I just think it's so cute. And then on the fuzzy mane and tail, I used the just yarn, the teddy bear yarn, I think, from the Dollar Tree. And I don't know, I just think she's so cute. I've done some giraffes in the past. I've got one that I did that was kind of like your simple what's the word I'm looking for? It looks like a lot of the cow patterns where I'll show kind of like this, where it has like those as feet. And it's cute, and I really did like it because it's a very fast and quick pattern. This is not a fast and quick pattern, but it wasn't a bad pattern to make by no means. It was, I'm trying to think of what was something I struggled with. I don't really remember what I got off on the colors somehow, but you do have a lot of color changes, so that you have to keep in mind that it might have been the legs that tripped me up a little bit. But it wasn't a bad pattern. I love the way it turned out. I would like to like tack his face down so it looks. But no, that was a fun pattern to make. And then this next one is Maria the Llama Palm plush, and this is just a mom crocheting. The way that I made her, she kind of sits down, but in the pattern it shows her laying down. But it's so cute, and I love how she did the like the hair at the on the top of its head. It's got bobble stitches, and I used 6 millimeter hook. I used the basic Chanel Brights and Bernat. I think that's light gray, honestly, I think. And then I embroidered the eyes on it. But it's so cute. I love all of these palm plushies. They're so cute. And it sits up so cute. The head did get a little sideways, but it gives it character. And that one was a very quick one to work up to. I just really enjoyed making these. Again, I was just going through some patterns that I'd purchased either recently or not recently. And I just wanted to make them, really, just to kind of see if there's ones that I wanted to make again. All right, so this next one is by Plushie Co. Now, I have made this pattern before, and I'm pretty sure this was in my rabbit roundup last year, but I really do love this pattern. It's really good for Easter, and it works up in about an hour or so. And so this is the bunny with huge ears. This is one I just showed you, and those cute sinker glitter eyes. And this is in basic Chanel Brights, and I think it's hibiscus. And then that's just some velvet yarn from the Hobby Lobby. I just realized this mouth is a little wonky. That I embroidered on. She does embroider eyebrows, but I didn't for this one. And I just love how the ears are. I just think it's so cute. So I did 6 millimeter hook for the body, and then 8 millimeter hook for the ears. She tells you in the pattern, I think she's using a smaller yarn, so she uses 7 millimeter hook for the ears and 4.5 for the body. And I almost went up a hook size to 9, but I think this gives the desired effect already. And I'm pretty sure this is what I did last year when I made them. And that's supposed to be a heart. There we go. I made a couple of these. So I made one in that color, and this is actually the one that started it all. Made me decide to start making more of them. This is Bernat in that perfect phasing that I made that. I'm always hearing noises in this house. I made that frog on or with. So it's like a aquamarine, but it's the lighter color. And you can tell I got a little bit of lighter and darker colors here. And then on these eyes, those were the 18 millimeter eyes, and these are 16 millimeter eyes. I'm like scrounging through whatever I have left on my sinker eyes. I'm gonna have to make another sinker eye purchase. And then that is that same pink. She back there. I can't reach. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. And And then I made two more, and this is basic Chanel Brights in blue, this light blue color. And then I embroidered the white, and then this is the mystical in the purple. So that's all of them. I want to make, oh no, I have one more. I lied. And then here's some in the Chanel, the Bloom from Premier. It also has, and the rest of these had the 18 millimeter eyes. I don't think I had any more 16 millimeter. This one reminds me of St. Patrick's Day, kind of. And I didn't even mean for it to come out like that. But I want to make one because I was going like looking through all my colors that I have. That's kind of like Easter colors, and I realized that I probably need. I have pink. I've got the blue. I've got a green, maybe a yellow. But that green and yellow one kind of get those colors together. So maybe we'll do a yellow or not. We're just gonna stack this up over there and move you to the back. Sorry, I'm just organizing these guys. All right, the llama fell on the floor. All right. giving us some room over there. Excuse me. Oh, I'm gonna be right back. Hang on a second. All right, sorry about that. But anyways, so don't remember what I was talking about. That's okay. So this next two are no, we're gonna do something different. Okay, so the next one is I excuse me, saw on Yarn and Whimsy. I've been very influenced lately with other YouTubers, um, crocheters, hookers, whatever you want to call them, with their makes. And this is Wilbur the Mole. He's a little wonky. I rushed him, I think. I'm going to have to try him again because I think I messed up somewhere. But he's so cute. I don't have anything to put glasses on him, but very easy, quick make. And I love the mole. I think it's adorable. And this is basic chenille brights in brown and some Bernat in pink. And then 6mm hook. And I just embroidered him. And he's such a potato. Such a loafy potato. I love it so much. If you can tell, I'm using a lot of that brown. I'm very excited to have a brown color that I enjoy working with. And I have a lot of neutral colors. I'm trying to go through all of my bright colors. I've got a lot of bright colors, but like I have a lot of neutral, like beiges and browns, and not really some blacks and grays. That's the word I was looking for. But anyways, so these next two are from the same designer, Madeline Maidco. Is she the one that went to Todd and James? I think. Can't really remember. But I will put the. I'll just remember something too. Anyways, I'll put all of the patterns in my Google Doc like I normally do. And one thing that I haven't mentioned in the videos, but in the notes, I have a video reference number. So that's something that I'm keeping up with my videos, like just for me and like my notes and stuff and how I keep it organized. So in each video is going to be a video reference number. That's going to be the where you go like on in the spreadsheet, the Google Doc that I have, it shows video reference number so you know which patterns were mentioned in that video. It's just easier for you to find it instead of having to scroll through it alphabetically. Even if I have to repeat it a bunch of times in the Google Doc, I'm okay with that. I just want to be able to, like, you guys can find it. And I might start doing, like, if I have to mention it in another video, to add in all of the reference numbers and then, like, sort it by that. Anyways, that's my lovely work brain working. I work with data all day, so that's just second nature to me at that point. But anyway, so I'm pretty sure this is Madeline Maidco. And I have I think I have a few of her patterns. Or Todd and James, I think. I don't remember. And so I had this one whenever I bought the Ram a while back. This is Billy the Goat. His eyes are a little wonky. Let's see, that's a little bit better. And I used Bernat. All of it's Bernat, 6mm hook, except this is some cotton yarn. I want to say that's my Peaches and Cream cotton yarn from Walmart. And he does have the embroidered eyes, and he's Bernat. Very easy make. This is very, very market friendly. It's just, what else do you say? He's adorable. Oh, I haven't been telling you guys if anything's sew or no sew. Shame on me. It's early in the morning. So giraffe, you sew the head on. I think you're supposed to crochet this is supposed to be a no sew, supposed to crochet the ears on the llama. But I like to, certain ears, depending on how the pattern goes, I like to do the sewing on the ears, just that way I can center it better. I wish I would have sewn the head on, but you crochet that in the round. The bunny with the big ears, this one right here, is all no sew. And then Wilbur is no sew as well. Okay, back to Billy the Goat. You crochet the legs in, and then I think you I don't remember. I don't remember. I think you crochet the ears and the head on. I don't see any. No, so the head isn't sewed on. So it's sewed in the round. So these are sewn in the round, crocheted in the round, and then you sew these. I think you're supposed to crochet this in the round, but I like to center my ears a little bit better. And he would have gotten eyeballs, but I don't remember why. I think I forgot to do that, put his eyeballs in. So I had to embroider them. Does that happen to you guys? Do you guys like just start crocheting and then you forget the eyes? Even though it says to crochet the eyes in or to put the eyes in, you just forget. Does anybody else do that or is that just a me thing? Let's see. Get these all nice and set up back here. Yeah, this is going to be a much shorter video than last week's. That's okay because last week's was that was a marathon of a video. And so this next one is my favorite. Okay, so this is also Madeline Midco or Townsend James, I think. And I used not my favorite yarn, but I felt like this deserved it. And this one would have turned out a similar size as the goat if I would have used it in Bernat or my Chanel Brights, but I used Demi Pearl instead. So this is Stinker the Skunk. I gotta like get the fluff off of him. I've got to lint roll him. And I used Demi Pearl with a 7mm hook. And I think these are 30mm eyes, my sinker eyes. This is one of the only sizes that I have left. I didn't do anything. How cute. Don't pay attention to all the fluff on him. He's so cute. And so what you do is you crochet the arms and the legs in the round. And then you sew the ears on. That's it. But the rest, and then you surface crochet this all the way around. And then you're supposed to do like loops and stuff in here, but I did something different to fill it in. But I just think this little stinker is so cute. How adorable. And I love a skunk. I love a skunk and a possum pattern. I think that's probably all of us. But he just turned out so adorable. And again, Demi Pearl, 7mm hook and 30mm eyes. And oh, and this yarn is the fake fur yarn from Hobby Lobby. Since this is sidebar. So I was gonna say since Hobby Lobby is the only place that I can buy yarn at locally for me, and the occasional Ollie's, and I'll put you right there. Just whenever I can find some at Ollie's. But our Joann's in town, they haven't even replaced it, and it still says Joann's. And every time I go into town, it just hurts. It's like a stab in the heart. Anyways, so this last one that I had was actually a pattern test, and she actually sent me this, so I'm so glad that she still picked me, and I'm so happy because it turned out adorable. So this is Winter the Pack with Rosa from Basque Boutique. You guys have seen a couple of her patterns. I made her Leo the leopard gecko, and then my Reggie the frog, the one that was like Gullah Gullah Island. She's the designer for that one as well. Excuse me. This is Winter the Pack, and I made the wolf. I think his eyes were a little bit too small, but again, I'm running out of sinker eyes, and I'm running out of my regular eyes, and I wanted him to have the really big eyes, but the 30mm didn't look right on him. It looked kind of funny. So this is all in that dappled Bernat gray that I love so, so much. And then the black is the Chanel Brights and 6mm hook. So instead I used 20mm eyes. Is that what I think? I think these are actually 18mm eyes. And then the whole thing is no sew. And there's two different options for the head. You can have a floppy head, or you can like crochet one side of the head in one round, and then you crochet the other side of the head in with the other round. And so this is kind of turned into a spluter. I think it kind of looks like a spluter. And then I had some hard noses that I wanted to use on him. I didn't want to do any embroidering on him. And this is just a fun pattern. In the pattern pack, there is going to be two other mods. There is a fox mod and there is a husky mod, but I definitely think there's other things you can do with this. With the colors that I used, this could almost be raccoon. You could almost mod this into a raccoon. But oh, and his little paw pads, I made them into little hearts. So cute, so adorable. And but apart from the free splitters, I guess this is like a splitter, and the other one's like a splitter, but it just reminds me of one. And I just think it's adorable, and I want to make all of them. Um, the husky pattern and the fox pattern, because who doesn't love a fox? Everybody loves foxes. His tail is very fox-like. That's very cute. So that's all that I've made this week. But I did want to give you guys an update on my pickle pattern. When I got sick, it just really it got put in the back burner, really, just because I feel like I'm still catching up on a lot of the things that I want to do as far as like around the house. And then I lost the fire, I guess, to want to finish that pattern test. If you're a pattern design, if you're a pattern designer, maybe you'll understand. But this is the second pattern that I've written. There's lots of things that I want to do with my Etsy store. I haven't really been doing anything with it. I want to put my Holly the Hanging Possum pattern on there, and I haven't made her in a while. I'll probably make her some this week. I'm going to be doing probably some market prepping this week. I have a market in April. I have one market in April. And I signed up for another one. That's the day before Easter, and I'm hoping to take some of those bunnies with me. But for those of you who haven't seen, sorry, I have to dig through here because I dumped stuff in here. I have so many like side projects that I'm working on that I haven't finished that I need to finish this week. That's going to be maybe this week. So this is just to show you again because I haven't finished writing it. This is my pickle for my pickle pattern. I think in the last time I showed him or her to you or it to you, I was thinking of a name, but I came up with a better name. I am well, let me tell you the name first. So this is going to be Pemberley, the pickle. Pemberley. If you recognize that name, then you must be a Pride and Prejudice fan as well. I love Pride and Prejudice. It's my favorite book and my favorite movie. I actually named my daughter after one of the Bennett sisters, just to show you how much I love that book. But just to re-show you, again, this was supposed to come out before, this was supposed to come out before Valentine's Day because I have the toboggan, the hat. So the pickle pattern, it's not so much that this is a very easy pattern, it's just the hat pack that I have. And then this was the Easter hat that I had. It was that hat, and then I have a spring flower kind of like headband type thing. And then for St. Patrick's Day, which is is coming up. So maybe I'll have this written and dropped before then. I don't know. We'll see. And this is my St. Patrick's Day hat. So the plan for this is to essentially just have a bunch of different hats in the pattern pack. But I plan on my goal for this next coming up week. So keep an eye out for it. And if you don't see it, message me or something and be like, hey, Jess, just asking. You said you're going to have this and you don't. Sometimes I need that extra push. I'm hopefully going to have this finished being written and maybe have a pattern test out by the end of this week. And maybe I'll have a teaser. Maybe I'll just have the free hat out there. I don't know. We'll see. But my goal is to get that done and really work on my Etsy because I'd like to get Holly, the people who like the PDF files. I would like to have your PDF format. But anyways, so that's all I have for this week, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And keep crocheting. You guys have a wonderful week. God bless.